This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
Big up for everyone that's jumped over. It's got a couple things to talk about. Yeah. Manchester United have a small opportunity to save the Premier League. Yeah. We have a small opportunity to save the Premier League. And you're going to ask, what are you talking about now? I'm talking about if a certain player in the title who we favour over Ollie Watkins, which is not my preference, that means Isak might not go the other way. So, save the cheerleader, save the world, big up hero. If everyone watched the series, you know I'm talking about. Just saying, it could be something. But we've got, Man United favouring Sesko. We'll talk about that. I got an update and I see with this whole Rasmus Hojlund stuff, which is bugging my mind. Hold that Newcastle once again. Anyways, we got this Garnacho to Chelsea. He's not letting up. It seems that United and Chelsea might be in some sort of negotiation for him verbally, not informally as well at that. United are still holding out for 40 million, where Chelsea probably going to wait for the rest of the window to get him, so they get him for a little bit cheaper. Any million counts at this point. So as Rans would say, let's get into it. Smash the likes, subscribe if you're brand new. This is my channel. If you've never found it before, this is what I do. This is just about more Man United stuff. You might get a little bit more into it. I like to see that Hooks is wanting to see what I have to say, because I feel like there's a misconception about what I've said about Sesko in the past, not that long ago, to be fair, probably about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. Look, there's a big difference, and I remember saying this on stream, and I remember it was a 9 o'clock show, pretty much similar what we just done, yeah. With Arsenal going for Sesko for the amount they were going to pay for him, so don't try it, because go get me receipts, and I know it because I've been fact checked already, yeah. For Arsenal to go and get a project striker, when you're trying to go and win a league, getting Sesko over the likes of Gyökeres makes absolutely no sense. Oh, yeah, I don't care if I ban the Tesco. Bro, you can get behind that. Tesco, Sesko. Bro, everyone's got slander names these days. Just wait, and everyone's got a slander name. It's funny. I remember I've always maintained, even when I was saying along the lines with Arsenal, yeah, but Tesco doesn't mean you're rubbish. It doesn't mean it's funny. It's just a name that's going there. You just kind of go with it. But for me, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of qualities you can like. There's a lot of qualities where you think he needs to upgrade. But in terms of Arsenal shouldn't be going for someone like that. He's someone that you bring in whilst you've got an experienced striker if you want to go and win a league. I don't think Sesko is ready to even lead the line at United. And that's my stance. I feel like United should be going to get Ollie Watkins proven goals. I think Sesko will become something great in about 2 years. That's my opinion. About 2 years. I think he's too young still, but he's got a lot better qualities than the likes of Hojlund. It's the same version when people ask me about the lap. Do you want the lap? Oh, I thought you wanted the lap. No, I never wanted the lap. I said, I'll take the lap because I employ Hojlund, but I don't want him. The same thing with Sesko, right? Even though he's got a difference in terms of Mbumo and Acuna behind him, or a Xerxes or an Ahmad, or maybe a Kobe Mainu, right? The way I view it is, I still don't think that's enough for him to thrive with, because I feel like I need to see it to believe it, but I don't feel like he's the correct player to go for. But when you're telling me, right, that RB Leipzig are saying that Rasmus Hojlund, and I don't know what PR has been paid for, but Rasmus Hojlund is their dream target, and United have discussed swap deal with a player included. bring me Tesco's. I've always preferred Tesco's over Sainsbury's anyways. Yeah? How about that? If it means getting rid of Hojlund where I don't have to watch him play football no more, I am running it up all day long. If you're telling me you can, okay, if you're telling me, yeah, Hojlund and 30 to 40 million, let's just say that, because I have no clue. I have zero clue. Yeah, I have zero clue, like, yeah, where it's going to be, really. I don't know. But if you're going to say Hojlund between 30 and 40 million, go get your dream target. I mean, hey, how about this? Someone in the comments who's offering their services to go and pick Hojlund up from the airport. And I'm going to acknowledge something else. Hojlund does want to stay at Manchester United, but guess what? We don't care. Yeah? If United have offered his name up, I'm sorry, you're going to have to force the man out of the club. You're going to have to force him out of the club. United need, I don't know about this whole book value, how it works with player swaps. If it's going to be, okay, you go get him for a certain price, we take Sesko for a certain price. Maybe he does well on the books. You give us, I don't know, 40, 30 million, whatever for Hojlund. You go and get Sesko for the likes of 65 million. I don't know. Whichever way it works out, if United can make that deal work, you've just, you know, you're killing two birds with one stone. That's the way I'm viewing it, and I'm loving it. Do you know what I mean? McDonald's, love. So that's it. That's the way I'm viewing this whole situation. It seems like a win-win. And when I'm seeing stuff like, you know, with Garnacho going to be going at some point and whoever else, I'm thinking, well, United want to save the pennies because there must be some extra room or extra legwork within that budget of whatever it is. Because what's it called? Was it Simon Stone come out say United don't need to sell players to buy, which I've been saying all along, by the way. He's a credible journalist. I've been saying it all along. United aren't broke. They're playing a gimmick and they're doing it when they had their Premier League targets. Their Premier League targets. We're not, we got money. We've had money all along. You're telling me the biggest club commercially, you could say, in the world, maybe by size, gift, whatever, Real Madrid, you're telling me you've only got about 130 million to spend, even with all the debts? No chance. No chance. Anyways, when all that goes, I want to send to mid. I want to know, is there a budget for a central midfielder? Again, I didn't get to speak about it exactly, but United are still searching for this midfielder. It's just, it would be nice to see some options. But in the same breath, we knew this about the striker situation. We wanted to know if it's going to be, before all these links, we didn't know who our striker was. We thought it was going to be Gyökeres potentially. And after that, it kind of fell short, went silent. There was links to just about any Tom, Dick and Harry. And then they mentioned about, you know, it could be Watkins. It might be Jackson. It could be somebody else. Ben Jacobs has been reporting this whole Benjamin Sesko stuff for ages. Yeah, he was the first one. He kept saying, look, I keep hearing the name Benjamin Sesko. Don't sleep on it. Keep an eye on it. Watch out for it. And then here we are weeks later. So you want to give someone their flowers in terms of journalists that have been on top of the news from pretty much from this very start. When you can keep hearing names, then you're going to have to give it to that journalist, even if you don't rate them or not, or you do like them. So I think that's that. Anything beyond that, I don't feel like United's got an infinite budget. Of course not. Not everyone's got an infinite budget. So the likes of, I see Baleba a lot recently. Again, that's our dream target. That's not happening. I still feel like with United's front on a whole set of mids, you got to be looking at the likes of like a Leslie Ugachukwu for me, or again, a Lucien Agume, someone that's mobile and get around a lot and is quite good, very good in first phase. I like names like that. So if Chelsea want to get rid of a Leslie, then I feel like you can do maybe a swap again, some sort of swap with maybe the likes of Garnacho. I think Leslie Ugachukwu got a lot to offer. Definitely someone that I definitely think's a good player. So definitely improves the balance. But going off the Sesko stuff, look, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not disappointed because I really wanted the Watkins and some of you really wanted Sesko. So it's kind of like split with the fan base. United's been onto him, for 3 years, something along them lines. He even acknowledged he was never ready for United. But the way it sounds is, you know, for me, the way it sounds with the whole, Sesko probably feels like he's ready to make that step up, where I don't think he's ready to make that step up. And that's just me keeping it consistent. I don't think he is. But United are not in a season where we're trying to fight for the league. We haven't been in many years. So can it be a good developing season? Well, when you've got the likes of what's behind you, then yeah, maybe. The only thing I like here, these outstanding quality for me, is that we're not dropping off pace up front. So that's one thing. It's the fact that he's a lamppost. The one that's going to win headers. You know how long I've been waiting for a lamppost at United? But he's the wrong lamppost. I wanted like an Osman. I wanted a Mateta. Someone along them lines. Them sort of lampposts. Someone that's more effective and bullish in the air than the likes of Sesko. I feel like Sesko's still got a lot to do in the makeup of his game to really become a top 9. But you know what? It looks like Vivel's getting his way. So for me, you just got to support that idea. I don't look for me, United have had most signings, bar maybe a couple of them, are hits. For me, they're hits. And whether you disagree or whoever, I feel like United's only got a couple question marks over a couple of the players. Those couple of players that for me, that are up for question to see how they go in the season is, of course, I really like Agate. I think he's got qualities that I really like. But there's still question marks if he can adapt and become something extremely useful or not. And then, of course, I never slept on him, but I think Dorgu's going to be a hit this season. So I don't feel like, when it comes down to like Heavens, Euro, Delict, Mazraoui, Xerxes, I feel like they're all hits for me. Cunha and Bumo. Everything seems quite right to build a first team because our first team's been so imbalanced and crap. So there we are. But we got to get rid of this bomb squad. But I'm optimistic. It does. Sesko, a striker, regardless of Hojlund, makes any Manchester United fan optimistic. Changing your goalkeeper, and I saw Donnarumma links, and we'll talk about that, makes you even more optimistic about what can happen in the season. When these other teams are struggling for signings. Newcastle, let's be right. Let's be honest with each other. Barda, let's say first or fourth, which is your Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. We've recruited really well. There's still a lot of question marks in a couple of them areas, which I'm sure they'll sort out. When I'm hearing Mateus Nunes a right back still, that's crazy. Bar that, anyone below that, Tottenham haven't made a significant improvement yet. Aston Villa haven't exactly made any signings, and Watkins is still linked away, bar Man United. Newcastle are in the gulag. Brighton ain't done much either, considering what they done last year or the year before that even. So they haven't done much. And you're going to think if they can get like a 6th, 7th place. And then anybody else you can tell me, like Bournemouth is being raided, their whole back line. We're going to play them later, so we'll see what that's like. I'm pretty sure they'll get good for replacements. Brentford have been absolute. Well, they're going to get shifted. They're losing their 2 main men. I'm just looking at stuff like that, and I feel like there has to be a mark where United need to, stamp their authority and say, I'm going back into these places. Like last season was an anomaly, and that's that. Got 1 game a week. There's 0 excuses. Simple. Newcastle need to offer Isak Salah wages. I don't think it's a wage thing for Isak. I just feel like he wants to move. But it would be nice if he stays at Newcastle. I'll be real, for 1 more season. Rant Stalls. What are you on about? No, he's not. He's not a Tottenham fan. He's even showed me photos when he was younger. He's not a Tottenham fan. Half his family are legit Man United fans, and the other half are legit Tottenham. His uncle his uncle, who's a big United fan even before the 90s and stuff. He went with him, and obviously he's different. Mum and dad's different, isn't it? That's not my place to say either, but that's what I remember him saying. I'm sure his brother would have cooked him as well if that was the case. Sesko will bully Prem defenders better in comparison to Hogstrite, 6'5" of pace, a crazy jumping ability paired with Mbumo, who had the most crosses in the league, match made in heaven. That's where I think it can go well. I still want to see a little bit more with him doing up more link-up play. You know how we like to go long at times? I feel like that's a better outlook because Hojlund wins nothing, right? I'll sort that out later. I can't really do that right now. I don't know. I think you're on a ban. One of the moderators is going to have to change that on the Discord. I need to see more in his link-up. That's my only concern with Sesko is how good is your link-up? And you know what? Last year, the way he played last year compared to the way he played the year before, I find he dropped a lot deeper to suit the likes of Louis Openda, right? Different kind of circumstance. And he got involved with the midfield a little bit too much. And I can see why Arsenal and Arteta really wanted him because the way he got involved, the way he was trying to link up with the midfield. But I just don't feel like you're using him to his strong suits, where United would probably use him where you want him, which is in behind and pretty much at the back post. But it's just for me, there's better value for money out there. There's Mateta that's there. I don't know what the situation is around Mateta. Why would you not want to go and sign him? Is it because it's too hard of a negotiation with the likes of Palace? So why would you not someone that's a bit more link up? But maybe it's a pace factor, the running in behind. Mateta does do that effortlessly, but I don't know. I don't know. Look, long ball is a part is a part for our game in terms of outlet in case you can't build up from out the back. We've seen Brighton's and everyone do build up, and they lose the ball and concede stupid goals. Not everyone can do build up perfectly, so maybe it's just an extra part. So I don't know. Mateta's got good link up, but again, I feel like maybe they think that Joshua Zirkzee can do that kind of role. If they want to link up, man, they could put Zirkzee into that role. They might be able to put Cunha in that role. So when you look at profile, I can see why United wanted more of a Watkins, or maybe a little bit more of a Sesko, someone that is going to run in behind, someone that is going to cause a different kind of, a different kind of element of attack, because we don't have those sort of players. That's why I said, if anyone remembers, and I'm going to say, what's it called? No one cares about you. Bro, like, why? I swear I had you blocked. Why are you're just you know what? Yeah, I'm not even going to be rude. You just be happy, innit? That's all I'm going to say, but in a bit. You don't need to see all this shit. Just looking for attention, man. Sure, your mum don't give you enough. I said about Gyökeres. You lot will know about this. You lot would definitely know about this. When I wanted Gyökeres, I remember a lot of people, like a lot of Man United fans, I don't want him, blah, 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 blah. But I said I want him because it's the profile that we just don't have in the team. Hojlund can't be that profile because he's just not that good at football, in my opinion. Or let's just say he's not suited to the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like United still lack that because I feel like we got other players that can do it. But if a Sesko comes in, look, I'm gonna back the situation. I just want to know, can you get me at least 10, 11, 12 goals and a handful of assists? Because now we ain't got Watkins, the guarantees of goals, or if I'm not gonna say never, right? Like it could still happen. We might not get this guy. He could still go to Newcastle. I know he's twerking for United. We're one of the special clubs. For me, the way I'm viewing it is it's the PTSD value. I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one that feels this. I really can't. It's the whole PTSD, what happened with Hojlund, but it's different situations at this moment of time. You know, Hojlund came 2 years ago, a part of just a sinking ship. And you know what? United might not even float again, you know, next year. There's no guarantees, but that's where I'm at. That's kind of where I'm at with him. Like, I want to know, are you going to get me 10 goals? You know, definitely when it comes to defending corners, transitions, attacking corners, we should be a lot better if we do go get this guy. So, I saw some stat that Mbumo puts in the most crosses. Yeah, we definitely need that threat, man. We don't have enough of that. We definitely, like, you look like a good situation to view today is like Frimpong today when he whipped the ball into the likes of Enyoni at the back post. We just don't have enough of that. So I would like to know if, you know, if he's going to adapt quick enough to the league, because, bro, look, Bundesliga is nice at times. Yeah, it's nice to watch, but the time to be able to do stuff is a lot different to the time you're able to do anything in the Prem. I feel like the adaptation period is going to be a lot longer than people make it out to be. And if Vivel, I'm not going to lie, I really like Vivel for who he scouted on a young basis in terms of like 17-year-olds, just Sekou Kones and stuff. But when it comes to the more senior, younger players, right, and the Sesko in that category, I'm not, like, if this one don't land, bro, for me, you're messing up our rebuild, because we were so short on going to get Watkins. I don't want to be negative, but like, there's a lot riding out on his, you know, his what's it called, his recommendation. So I hope, and I see that the club were definitely having a constructive conversation about what they should get. So look, if you get someone that works out, you've got a player that's going to be there for the next 5 to 10 years that could, and you know, is successful. But we just haven't seen United build up a young attacking player. It was going to be Greenwood, to be fair, to be something that they're meant to be. You know, Rashford went off the boil. Marcel too busy getting injured. Greenwood for the reasons that we already know. Let me hear you lot's thoughts. What makes you so assured that Sesko definitely cooks in this team? I still need to be a little bit more convinced, but I'm happy to be convinced. I don't want to be small-minded. Oh yeah, and smash the likes. I don't know what the likes are on. They're on 87, so could we get this to like 125? See, this is where your opinion goes already. So EO, just reminder, you know, a little thought in my head, the fact that you put Rooney and Sesko together is sorry, you're in a gulag for me now. Arteta talent IDs and the best, to be fair. Yeah, game is really late. it's mental, isn't it? Maybe it's because it's really hot out there that it's a lot later. Better players around him. Cass, people are saying his first touch is bad. Like, no, his touch is definitely not as bad as Hojlund's. No. I've watched this guy. His touch is nowhere near as bad. I'm trusting Christopher Vivel, Aiden Heaven, gave him some credit. I mean, Kone did as well. On paper, Cunha and Bumo Sesko should be a right handful to deal with for defenders. Could be. If his link-up can be somewhat... Like, I feel like he plays a little bit more like Strand Larsen, but Strand Larsen has got a lot less pace. I feel like Sesko's finishing needs a lot of work. A lot of work. I feel like he's very, very wasteful at times. Sesko needs 3 years to bang. Yeah, well, United needs to bank on that. Heaven, our best signing for a long time for price and age and ceiling. Yeah, pretty much. Let me keep getting onto these likes. 97 likes. Yeah, I think Dorgu was Vivel as well. I think they scouted them out through data, if I'm correct. For what, and obviously price-wise. I just don't want Newcastle and Sesko. Then he does better than Isak, maybe. I don't know if he's going to do better than Isak. Isak's like scored like 19, 22 goals. He's been in the goals. Watkins is also he is, but the difference is he's more in tune with the pace of the league, which kind of gives you an assurance that we just need badly. I mean, look, you know what, yeah. If United can sign Sesko within the next couple of weeks and then they're looking at actively for a central midfielder to come in, it's like, if you give him the right, I feel like if we get the right midfielder to provide the balance, I feel like he can thrive a lot more because he's doing a lot more attacking work. I mean, he's definitely a good pressing player. He does it for Leipzig all the time. So I'm not worried on that front about, considering what we've been doing in pre-season at the moment, Leeds, and then obviously the likes of flipping West Ham. So yeah, Sesko worries me. He worries me as well. I don't think we've got to worry much about his link up. We have players that are great off on the ball and can carry into dangerous areas, and I have been waiting to finish things off. Yeah, but if you look at the likes of Cunha had Strand Larsen to link up with, and Buma had Vista to link up with. That's where I'm at. And maybe Xerxes gets the nod. I'm just hoping that it doesn't worry. So again, I've said it on the video. I'm not worried until I'm not worried until I see that price. Price is always a factor, man. It depends how much United spend, because if United say, yeah, you know what, have that player Hojlund, and we're going to give you set amount of money that we said on average, whether it's between, I don't care. To me, that's a 30 to 40 million signing because Hojlund's that rubbish. Yeah, that would be the, I swear, that would be, I'm in agreement with you, Michael. For me, that's 10 out of 10 business. Cassie, you doing a watch along? Yes, I am. I'm going to show you where as well. I need everyone to kind of like, it's like a quick sign up, to be fair. But you will see why I'm doing a watch along. Remember, this will be, I think for United, this will be my last watch along on this platform. But if anyone wants to stay up, I'm putting in a link now, and you can find me there at 2 o'clock in the morning. So in the next 3 hours exactly, if it's going to post. Is it going to post? Is it going to post? I don't think it's post. How is it not posting my own stuff? Are you mental? There we are. I'm going to pin it. So if you lot want to find me, trust me, I'll get involved. There. Haaland had the perfect ballers around him in his first season. Not enough. Nah, man. That was first perfect? Perfect. I don't know about that one. Perfect? I don't know what games we've been watching. Sesko was scared of replacing Kai. His mentality is questionable. No, I don't think he was. I think Sesko wanted Arsenal. If I'm correct, it's just that Arsenal didn't want to part of the money. Mount was in sync with the Premier League and he won Champions League. He's been useless for us. I mean, his injuries are killing him though. If he stayed injury free, he might have been all right. And I'm not saying by I feel like he's lost a lot. He's just lost a lot through a lot of injuries. He needs a lot of game time to recover, but I don't believe in him. Is it on playback? No, it's called a thing called Big Up. It's just an easy streaming platform. So easy, man. It's nice. There's no app for it yet. I think the app's coming out next. The app's coming out next month. I'm pretty sure that the app's coming out next month. Right, so at the moment it's through Safari, so you can watch me. You can minimize it if you want, and still go on MUTV or whatever. You should never have taken it. He's a scrub, man. He's a definite scrub. But right now, I'm just eager to see some news. Fabrizio put out a video earlier, obviously the same one, and he was saying he knows already, like firsthand, that the whole Sesko decision. I feel like we already know what his decision is. Man United come knocking. I'm sorry, but there's the different kind of knock compared to Newcastle's all day long, and we can give them something in return. You know, we can give them Hojlund in return. We just need to convince Hojlund that he needs to go to Leipzig. And you know what? If you're Hojlund's agent, you would probably think that's a good that's a great place to develop your game. So again, for me, sorry, I was going to carry on. For Fabrizio, not for me. Fabrizio said we're not going to know today. We're not going to know tomorrow. So he said in the coming days. So I'm going to guess by Friday in the weekend, maybe Monday, we'll get like this Sesko decision. He wants to join Manchester United. That's his choice, and then that's that. And then we can go back to Newcastle some more. I mean, I would love that. Would you lot love that? I mean, I would. Just the put a shameless banner on obviously on specs. I'm loving that. Absolutely. Who would you choose, Cass? Haaland or Isak? Isak, probably. I'd probably pick Isak just because of his all-round game in it. If I had the tools, if I felt like I had different kind of players at the moment to suit Haaland, then I'd probably pick Haaland because I know I'm getting loads of goals. Wait, he's Geordie. I swear he's. Don't tell me he's not bummed out of that, is he? Let me double check this. Did he do it? He better have done it. What's this? Nottingham Forest have made contact with Douglas Luiz on initial loan with buy clause. Discussions ongoing with more clubs also keen on Luiz from Premier League. He's also going to leave Juventus. Oh, I wonder if we're going to put our hat in for... I wonder if we're going to put in our hat for that. Since we're going to like talking like this whole centre mid, and it's someone that's a bit mobile, then I don't think he's the one for us. I don't think he is. But if it's a loan for a year, come on, man. Surely. Palhinha alone. All right, let me ask you lot. Palhinha or Douglas Luiz? Palhinha or Douglas Luiz? Because if you're talking about mobile, Palhinha's not mad mobile, is he? I don't think he. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot in the middle of the field that he can definitely fulfill. Like we've seen him play 4-4-2 for Fulham. So who would you rather go for? I'm slightly sold on Palhinha a little bit more than Douglas Luiz because of the defensive factor. He was sick, but I mean his age ain't a great. Like if it's one season only, one season. I don't know. It's difficult. Do you want more of a playmaker, or do you want someone that you know what? I'm shoring up the back line. Man said Amrabat. Yeah, they're not mentioning Man United. Not yet. Not yet. I feel like when this Sesko stuff kind of drops that, like dies down a little bit, I feel like United's put their name in a hat for sure. If you get Douglas Luiz, you have to get his. No, they broke up. They ain't been together for a long time. Yeah, Leipzig perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Go there, man. Go do your thing. I feel like again with United though, it could be a different situation because if we can get somehow the likes of Sesko without needing settles, then it's like, well, you got Garnacho to go, and we see that he's still involved with Chelsea. I got a sneaky feeling that Tottenham want him. That Tottenham really want this guy. I got a sneaky ass feeling. Yeah. So not only that, there's Anthony still yet to go. We still need to get a decision if he's going to go over to Saudi where I want him to go because we could do with that cash. And you still got this, oh my God, Jadon Sancho, just get the hell out of the club. Why can't we get like a here we go there in advanced negotiations? What is it with United and these players? It's like they're waiting until the very, very end so they can get what they want, or I don't know. Like, what's the point of Batiste? It's been 2 months, yeah, with Batiste, Raul Batiste, yeah, and they still can't offload Anthony. But see Garnacho, just get out. Get out, man. I hope Tottenham are still looking at him because I'd rather have a small bidding war. Just hurry up and go, man. Such an I feel like that's the easiest transfer at first out of all of them. You know, if you're serious about your business and you say you're not going to return to this club, like you're gonna best hope that someone finds you, then surely surely that's the first one you kick up a fuss to like say get the fuck out. Like honestly, Why is he still at the club? He should not be at the club. Yeah, Sancho smells like a loan at this point. Again. But then don't you have another similar situation if you got to loan him out? I'd just say terminate his contract, man. Bomb squad is going to be with us, going to be with under 21s after United return from tour. Yeah, good. Yeah, I saw that, Imran. I watched it. I think I was the one that said it on here. I watched Stephen Howson's video, and he was talking about, they had signed some sort of agreement in it. So, boy, I don't know how true that is, though. What's this? Oh, it's Hato. Who gives a crap about that? Anthony going to La Liga. We don't know where he's going. And this, but it's kind of irritating. It's again, I know Chelsea are not going to put up no bid for the likes of Garnacho until probably the final week of the deadline day. And I'm not going to lie, by the looks of it looks like Garnacho is happy to wait until the final days of deadline day. Gonna test United's resolve, innit? Lowball it, knowing that United want to get rid. I mean, for me, if you don't get his, just to make him suffer that little bit, I'll just gulag him. Honestly, I wouldn't even sell him for. If they say, yeah, we're going to give you 30 million, I'll be like, nah, gulag. That's fine of all, but you can stay in the reserves for all year. You know what? If you don't want to get a move on, right, you're not going to the World Cup next year, so you're going to go in the gulag, and that's that. I don't see what's wrong with that. Yeah, I'm staying up for the game. 100 million%. I'm staying up for the game. I've got another few hours to go, so I'm gonna probably get some like chill time. But I want to know. Let me know if anyone that's here right now. All right, there's the Discord. Let me see if I can unban this guy, man. There's our Discord. People, make sure you join in. Blues Empire, you're already in here, so I don't know if you got banned, but you're there now. You better get explaining to the others that it wasn't you. Apparently, you got hacks or some bullshit. So, boy, yeah, I'm doing a watch long. Let's look. Let me know if you followed. If you followed here, look here. This. Let me know. If you've done it, I'm gonna give it 2 minutes. Like just 2 minutes. You say you know what I've attended or whatever. Yeah, anyone can join the Discord. It's a football Discord, JM. It's a NAF Discord. There's like 400 people in it. It's very active. No, and Mbumo's not starting today. He's not playing at all. He's not playing until Everton, which is the next game. So there's no Mbumo, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know if you've attended this. If you've attended this, then you know where to find me. It will send you an email when I go live. So whichever email you've got, yeah, man. But anyways, let's go raise specs. There's 300 of us in here, yeah. So NAF rate, Cass rate it up, and then yeah, man. I want to see how many people jump over in a bit.